entering God's peaceful presence. As the sun sets and the world quiets down, open your heart to the gentle presence of God, where peace flows like a calm river. As the day comes to a close, take a slow, deep breath. Feel the weight of your thoughts, your worries, and the small tensions that have collected through the hours. Allow yourself to acknowledge them, not to judge or change them, but simply to notice them. Tonight, we step into a sacred space, a moment created just for you, where God's presence gently surrounds every corner of your heart. The day may have been long, filled with responsibilities, decisions, and moments that tested your patience. Perhaps there were challenges that felt overwhelming or burdens too heavy to carry alone. Pause here for a moment and picture laying them down at God's feet. One by one, visualize each concern gently being placed into His hands. Let this act of surrender be real in your mind and heart. God is not distant. He is right here with you, as constant and faithful as the stars that now begin to shine in the evening sky. He knows every detail of your life, the thoughts that linger quietly in your mind, the fears you may try to hide, and the longings that quietly dwell in your heart. Psalm 4-8 reminds us, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." Let these words settle deeply within you. Tonight, your safety, your rest, and your peace are anchored in Him. Take a moment to picture a gentle, radiant light descending from above, surrounding your home, your room, and your heart. This light is warm, embracing, and protective. With each breath, feel it expanding, filling every corner of your being. This is the presence of God, not as a distant idea, but as a living, tender reality that enters softly, offering comfort and tranquility. Let your mind linger in this vision for a few quiet moments. Notice how your body feels as you imagine this light surrounding you. Let your shoulders release their tension, your jaw soften, and your hands rest naturally in your lap or by your side. God's peace is not just spiritual. It touches the body, bringing calm to the muscles, to your heartbeat, and to the rhythm of your breath. Let each inhalation draw in His love, and each exhalation release a little more of the day's tension. As you begin to settle into this quiet space, consider the worries or anxieties that follow you each night. Maybe they are decisions still unresolved, relationships that feel strained, or personal doubts that whisper in the silence. Gently acknowledge each one without resistance. Speak them silently to God if you wish. "Lord, here is my worry about. I place it in your hands." There is power in naming your burdens and offering them to Him. He hears you, and His response is already at work in ways you may not yet see. Imagine God's presence as a soft river flowing around and through you. The current carries away fear, stress, and unrest, replacing them with gentle, restorative peace. You are not asked to earn this peace, only to receive it. Let yourself rest in the truth that God is already faithful, already present, and already protecting you. His love is not dependent on your performance, your achievements, or your control. It is steadfast, unwavering, and complete. In this moment, create a mental sanctuary. Visualize your home as a place where divine light dwells. Perhaps you see it shining in the corners of each room, moving gently across walls and furniture, illuminating every shadow. Extend this light inward to your heart, where every anxious thought and restless feeling can be touched by God's loving presence. Let this visualization remind you that peace is not just a wish, but a spiritual reality available to you tonight. Reflect on the simplicity of trust. Trust does not require perfect understanding. It requires turning your heart toward God, believing that He is good, that He is near, and that He is actively working on your behalf. Even when your mind races, even when the night feels long, His presence is a shelter, a quiet harbor where you can rest. As you imagine His light and love surrounding you, let a sense of calm begin to settle deep in your soul. Take another slow breath. Let the rhythm of inhaling God's presence and exhaling your tension continue. Feel how natural it is to release, to let go, and to simply be in the company of your Creator. Nightfall, the stillness, and the gentle hush of the world are part of his design. A perfect invitation for your soul to find rest. Tonight, entering God's presence is not just a practice. It is a gentle reminder of his constant companionship. Wherever you are, he is with you. When fears threaten, he stands near. When doubts arise, he whispers assurance. Psalm 4-8 is not just a verse, it is a promise. In him, you can lie down and sleep, and all is made safe. As we begin this journey of nightly prayer together, imagine this first step as opening the door to a sacred conversation. You are inviting God into your space, your thoughts, and your heart. His presence does not rush you, does not demand from you, and does not judge. He comes simply to dwell with you, to fill your night with peace, and to remind you that you are deeply known, wholly loved, and eternally safe. So as you continue to breathe slowly, imagine the day's burdens resting quietly, set aside in God's capable hands. Feel the light of his love surrounding you, comforting every anxious thought and every restless heartbeat. You are not alone. You are never alone. His peace is already yours. Let this awareness guide you gently into deeper rest, preparing your heart to receive the blessings, renewal, and intimacy with God that await in the moments to come. If you want God to bless you, connect with God, and want to pray with us daily, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and write blessing amen in the comment section below to show your trust. He will bless us. Laying down life's burdens. Let go of every worry and weight you carry, and place it tenderly into God's loving hands tonight. As night falls and the world quiets around you, notice the small weights you carry, the lingering thoughts, the unspoken anxieties, the responsibilities that cling to your mind like shadows. Tonight, you are invited to pause and name these burdens in the safety of God's presence. A burden spoken in silence is still acknowledged. Yet when it is brought before the Lord, it begins to lose its power over you. Take a slow, steady breath, and as you exhale, imagine each concern slipping from your grasp, leaving you lighter, freer. Life often feels like a vast ocean, each wave representing a challenge, a worry, or a responsibility that threatens to overwhelm. Sometimes the waves feel endless, crashing over you relentlessly, leaving you uncertain where to find rest. Yet in the midst of this storm, God remains your steadfast refuge, a lighthouse whose light never falters, whose presence never wavers. Matthew 11:28 gently calls to our hearts, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Imagine stepping onto the shores of his promise. You carry exhaustion, fear, disappointment, and regret. Visualize placing each of these into his outstretched hands, one by one. There is no need to justify your burdens, to measure their weight, or to explain them fully. God knows. His invitation is simple. Bring them, lay them down, and receive rest. As you continue to breathe, picture life's burdens as tangible weights, small stones that have accumulated in your pockets throughout the day. Feel their heaviness, their presence pressing gently against you. Now, in your mind, reach into those pockets and lift each stone, offering it to God. As you place each one into his hands, notice how your shoulders relax, how your chest feels lighter, and how a soft sense of relief begins to spread. Surrender is a practice, a choice to trust that he will hold what you cannot. Consider how these burdens may have affected your heart and mind. Perhaps anxiety has kept you awake, frustration has tightened your chest, or sorrow has dulled your joy. Each emotion is valid, each struggle real, but none are beyond God's ability to transform. Imagine his hands touching each burden, gently molding them into something new: peace, understanding, hope, or patience. What feels heavy and immovable in your hands becomes light, workable, and aligned with his purposes. Picture the waves of life once more. Each wave may still rise, but now you stand on solid rock, with God as your anchor. The wind may blow, the tides may shift, yet you are held steady. Your burdens no longer define the night. They are held in God's care. Feel the security in knowing that surrender does not mean weakness, but strength. By trusting him, you embrace a peace that surpasses your own understanding. Reflect on the subtle but profound ways God carries our burdens for us. Maybe he does this through the people he places around you, through the quiet moments of clarity, or through his spirit whispering reassurance in your heart. Whatever form it takes, his care is personal, tender, and unending. Tonight, let his love be the blanket that covers every worry, every thought that lingers, every fear that seems too heavy to bear. Visualize your room bathed in a soft, calming light. Each burden you place in God's hands dissolves in this light, leaving behind a calm, open space in your heart. Allow your mind to linger in this feeling of release. There is no rush, no pressure. Simply rest in the awareness that your burdens are not yours to carry alone. They are held by the one who knows, who loves, and who is always near. As you reflect on today's trials, let a gentle sense of gratitude arise. Perhaps you faced difficulties that tested your patience, made choices that were hard, or navigated challenges that seemed overwhelming. In each of these moments, God was present, unseen but faithful. By surrendering tonight, you affirm his power and love, acknowledging that he is not only a refuge but also a guide, turning trials into lessons and struggles into pathways toward deeper peace. Invite yourself to be fully present now. Close your eyes and feel the weight of the day lift gradually with each breath. Imagine the burdens you carried being set gently on a soft cloud that drifts upward, beyond your reach. God is holding them, cradling them, and replacing their heaviness with his own peace. There is freedom in this act, a spiritual exhalation that prepares you for rest, renewal, and intimacy with him. Tonight, laying down your burdens is not just a mental exercise. It is a sacred act of faith. It is a declaration that you trust God with what you cannot control, that you believe in his care, and that you invite his peace to permeate every corner of your being. By surrendering, you make space for his presence to fill you completely, allowing his comfort to wash over you, quieting your heart, calming your mind, and soothing your spirit. As we close this moment together, remember that every burden you release tonight is a step closer to genuine peace. You do not need to have all the answers, fix every problem, or carry what was never yours to bear. God invites you to lay it down, to rest in him, and to trust his timing. Each sigh, each prayer, each act of letting go strengthens your connection with him and prepares your soul for the restorative sleep that awaits. Invitation of Jesus into your heart. Right now, Jesus stands at the door of your heart, ready to fill every corner with light, peace, and unwavering love. Take a deep breath and feel the stillness of this quiet evening settling around you. The world outside has dimmed, the day's noise has faded, and in this sacred space, there is a gentle knock. Imagine it clearly, a steady, loving tap at the door of your heart. That knock is Jesus, and he is not here to demand, to judge, or to rush you. He is here with a quiet patience, a tenderness that surpasses understanding, inviting you into the warmth of his presence. Revelation 3:20 says it beautifully. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with them, and they with me. Picture this moment vividly. The door represents your heart, your mind, and the hidden corners of your soul. Every concern you've carried, every fear that has lingered in shadow, every regret tucked away, all are known to him, and he comes not to condemn, but to heal. Imagine the light of Jesus spilling softly into your room. It is not harsh or overwhelming, but steady, pure, and warm, like the glow of a lantern in the dark. As his presence enters, feel it touch each part of your being, the heaviness in your chest, the tension in your shoulders, the quiet ache in your mind. His love meets it all. Every worry, every doubt, every whisper of fear, he longs to carry for you. Hand them to him now, silently if you like, and notice how his gentle love absorbs them, transforms them, and releases you from their weight. Jesus is the embodiment of unconditional love. He knows you, not only your strengths but also the moments when you falter, when you feel weak, when your heart aches. And in this sacred night, he waits for you to invite him in. There is no rush, no need to have it all together. His invitation is immediate, and it is tender. Come to me. Let me in. Let me fill you. Let yourself imagine him sitting across from you, his eyes full of compassion, his hands ready to comfort, his presence enveloping every fear with unwavering peace. As you continue to breathe, allow yourself to picture the room around you illuminated with his light. Each shadow is softened. Each corner now feels safe. This light reaches beyond the walls of your home into the rooms of your mind and heart. It warms the areas where worry has nested, and it whispers calm to the restless parts of your spirit. Feel your heart responding naturally to this presence. Maybe it flutters, maybe it softens, maybe it simply rests. However it responds is perfect, because he meets you where you are. Think about the trials and the burdens from yesterday, today, or even years past. Every one of them is known to him, and he asks only that you invite him in. Visualize yourself opening the door wider, fully, allowing the light and warmth of Christ to sweep through every fear and every uncertainty. In this light, you are seen, you are valued, and you are deeply loved. Jesus does not wait for perfection. He waits for surrender, for openness, and for your trust. Every worry, every doubt, every lingering thought of inadequacy, he longs to carry these for you. Hand them over in your imagination as if placing stones into his gentle hands. Watch how they dissolve into his presence. The heaviness of anxiety, the tension of overthinking, the sorrow of unmet expectations, all lighten as he embraces them. Your heart, now freer, begins to expand with peace, with trust, with the quiet assurance that he is with you always, especially in the moments when life feels most uncertain. As you sit in his presence, feel his heartbeat alongside yours. Imagine the rhythm of love, steady and consistent, matching the beat of your own heart. This intimacy is not distant or abstract. It is immediate, real, and personal. Each beat reminds you that he is near, that his desire is your wholeness, your comfort, your rest. In these moments, allow yourself to let go entirely. Let go of striving, of worrying, of carrying more than you were meant to carry. Simply rest. Consider the promise of Revelation 3:20 once more. Eating together in biblical imagery represents fellowship, communion, and deep connection. In your mind, share a quiet meal with Jesus tonight. Share your heart, share your fears, share your gratitude. This is a sacred intimacy that transcends words, an invitation into his embrace that is waiting for you right now. Allow your imagination to expand beyond your heart into your surroundings. See your room, your home, your neighborhood bathed in the gentle light of his love. Feel his presence moving through walls, lifting the heaviness of the day, calming restless thoughts, and bringing a sense of sacred peace to the spaces where you live, work, and rest. His light is uncontainable and healing, reaching into every area that needs comfort, reassurance, and hope. Tonight, let yourself fully receive this love. Let it saturate every fiber of your being. Notice the tension in your body melting slowly with each breath. Your mind, once busy with countless concerns, begins to quiet. Your heart, once burdened with worry, feels the lightness of surrender. This is the invitation of Jesus, to be wholly known, wholly loved, and wholly restored in his presence. As you linger in this sacred moment, consider the simplicity yet profundity of the act before you, inviting Jesus in. It does not require grandeur, ritual, or perfection. It simply requires openness, a heart willing to say, even silently, "Come in, Lord, fill me, heal me, carry me." And as you speak these words in your mind or heart, feel the room, your heart, and your life gradually illuminated by his peace, trusting God's timing. Even when answers seem delayed, know that God's perfect timing is always at work for your good. Take a slow, deep breath and feel the quiet of the night wrapping around you. The day has ended, and in this moment, You are invited to release the restless thoughts about what comes next. Life often moves in rhythms we cannot predict. Sometimes we wait, sometimes we wonder, and sometimes we feel the heaviness of unanswered prayers pressing on our hearts. Tonight, in this sacred stillness, let us remind ourselves that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels mysterious or delayed. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reassures us. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Imagine these words as a gentle calendar of divine orchestration. Every moment of your life, every experience you encounter, and every challenge you face exists in God's perfect schedule. Even the periods of waiting, of uncertainty, and of quiet reflection are not wasted. They are seasons carefully arranged by God, working together for your good and His glory. Picture a garden in your mind. Seeds are planted, watered, and nurtured, yet they do not sprout overnight. Patience is required. You trust the process, knowing that growth is occurring beneath the surface, even when it is not visible. Similarly, in your life, God is at work in ways you may not immediately see. The answers, the breakthroughs, and the blessings are unfolding according to His perfect timing. Let that truth settle into your heart tonight. As you lie here in peace, consider the anxieties that often plague your thoughts. Questions about tomorrow, concerns about outcomes, or worries about what you cannot control. One by one, gently release them. Place each concern in God's hands. Whisper silently, "Lord, I trust your timing. I surrender my plans to you. I will rest, knowing you are in control." Feel the tension lift from your shoulders as you acknowledge that His timing is more perfect than any timetable you could imagine. Trusting God's timing does not mean passive waiting. It is an active, confident surrender, knowing that He is orchestrating every detail for your good. When you face delays or uncertainties, reflect on past moments where God's timing was evident in your life. Perhaps a missed opportunity redirected you to a better path, or a season of waiting allowed growth and understanding you could not have gained otherwise. Each memory, each lesson, reinforces the truth that God's timing is always wise and purposeful. Imagine the seasons of your life as a river flowing gently toward a vast ocean. Sometimes the current is swift, and sometimes it meanders slowly. You cannot rush the river, and you cannot predict every twist and turn. But if you trust the one who created the river, you can rest assured that it flows exactly where it is meant to go. God's timing is like that river, precise, beautiful, and ultimately leading you to the fullness of His plan. Reflect for a moment on Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Allow these words to echo in your mind and heart. Each challenge, each delay, each unanswered question is not a void, but an opportunity for God's goodness to unfold. You are not abandoned in the waiting. You are being prepared, shaped, and guided toward His perfect outcome. Visualize a soft, golden light surrounding you as you meditate on this truth. This light represents God's careful guidance and unwavering presence. Feel it gently easing your worries and illuminating the path you cannot yet see. Even when your eyes cannot discern the next step, trust that this light is leading you forward. Let it remind you that God's timing is never late and never mistaken. Patience in God's timing is not always easy, especially when the heart longs for immediate answers. But consider the beauty in a fruit tree. If picked too early, the fruit is sour. If allowed to mature fully, it nourishes and satisfies. So too are the seasons of life. Trusting God means embracing each moment, both the waiting and the fulfillment, knowing that His timing is perfect and His intentions are always for your ultimate good. Tonight, practice releasing your grip on tomorrow. Visualize placing all uncertainties into a basket, handing it gently to God. Let Him carry your concerns, knowing that His wisdom surpasses your understanding. Feel the release of anxiety and the soft comfort of His presence filling the space your worries once occupied. Each breath you take is a reminder of His constancy, His care, and his faithfulness in every season of life. Psalm 27-14 encourages us, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord." Let these words become a rhythm in your mind tonight. With each inhale, breathe in God's strength. With each exhale, let go of impatience and doubt. As you lie in stillness, let the reassurance of his timing settle deeply in your soul. You are in his hands, and nothing in your life is outside of his loving plan. Think about the little victories and the moments of grace you have experienced already. Each one, perfectly timed, has led you to this moment of peace tonight. Trust that the same care and precision continues to guide you into the days ahead. Let your heart rest in the certainty that God's timing is never flawed and his plans for you are always good. Even when the road ahead seems unclear, surrendering the mind and heart, lay your thoughts, your fears, and every lingering doubt before the Lord, and feel the weight lift from your soul. Take a moment to settle into the gentle quiet of the night. Feel your body sinking into the mattress or chair, and allow the rhythm of your breath to slow. With each inhale, breathe in God's presence. With each exhale, release the tension you have carried all day. Tonight, we invite you to surrender not only the obvious worries that cross your mind, but also the quiet, hidden anxieties that dwell beneath the surface of your heart. Your mind has been busy all day, filled with decisions, concerns, and countless thoughts. Your heart, too, may hold unspoken fears, doubts, or lingering pain. Imagine placing both, your mind and your heart, into the loving hands of God. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Let these words settle in your heart as an anchor of peace. Picture a soft, radiant light entering your heart, expanding with every breath. This light is God's care, his tender love reaching into the corners of your mind and soul. As it spreads, feel the heaviness of anxiety begin to dissolve. Each thought, each fear, and each doubt is met with his gentle presence. Imagine laying them carefully into his hands, one by one, trusting him to hold them securely through the night. Surrender is not a one-time act. It is a gentle, ongoing choice. Begin by silently naming what burdens your mind tonight. Perhaps it is concern for a loved one, uncertainty about the future, regret from the past, or stress from daily responsibilities. Now, imagine yourself placing each worry in a basket before God, lifting it up with an attitude of trust. Visualize him receiving each one with love and care, transforming your anxious energy into calm and assurance. Your subconscious mind also carries hidden anxieties, fears you may not fully acknowledge during the day. God knows these thoughts, even when you cannot name them. Imagine a soft stream of light flowing into the depths of your mind, gently illuminating the shadows and releasing the tension. You do not need to fix or solve anything tonight. Simply let him hold it for you. As you surrender, repeat these gentle affirmations in your mind. Lord, I release my worries into your hands. I trust you to care for my heart and mind. Your peace surrounds me and fills me completely. Each repetition strengthens your sense of calm, building a deep, meditative rhythm. Feel your heartbeat syncing with the steady pulse of his presence. You are safe, you are cared for, and your mind can rest. Consider life's burdens as a backpack filled with stones. During the day, we carry it everywhere, feeling every weight with each step. Tonight, picture setting that backpack down at God's feet. One stone at a time, release it into his hands. Watch him transform each heavy burden into light as his peace spreads through your entire being. The act of surrender is an expression of trust, a quiet prayer of faith that God's love is sufficient for every concern. Meditation and visualization are powerful tools for this surrender. Close your eyes and imagine a calm, protective light surrounding your home, your room, and your heart. Feel the warmth of his presence as a gentle embrace, holding you securely. Let this light reach into every corner of your thoughts, dissolving worry, fear, and doubt. Your mind, once restless, is now soft and still, fully resting in Him. Even as you drift towards sleep, continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Each inhale invites God's peace. Each exhale releases tension. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw relax, and your heart open to receive His care. Imagine Him whispering to your spirit, "I am here. You are safe. I will watch over you through the night." Allow these words to echo softly in your heart, bringing reassurance and comfort. Remember, surrender is not surrendering control to uncertainty. It is surrendering to perfect wisdom and love. God's ways are higher than ours, and His understanding surpasses all comprehension. When you let go of control, you create space for His guidance, protection, and peace to fill your mind and heart. Trust that He holds every detail of your life tonight, caring for even the things you cannot see. Tonight, practice this gentle exercise. Imagine your mind and heart as an open book placed before God. Each page contains thoughts, worries, hopes, and dreams. See Him turning the pages slowly, reading each one with tender attention. Feel His light and peace flowing through the words, rewriting anxiety into calm, stress into rest, and fear into trust. Let the image fill you with deep security. As you continue to breathe and surrender, remind yourself that God's peace is not dependent on circumstances. Even if tomorrow brings challenges, even if life is uncertain, tonight you can rest. Your mind and heart are cradled in His care. Let this truth carry you deeper into stillness, preparing you for restful sleep. Night as a sacred appointment tonight is not just any night. It is a sacred moment where heaven meets your heart in quiet intimacy. As darkness gently settles over your home and the world quiets its noise, take a deep, intentional breath. Feel the stillness surrounding you, not emptiness, but a sacred space waiting for your soul to meet God. Every night holds this divine opportunity, a sacred appointment where heaven draws near and your heart can rest fully in His presence. Tonight, let us remember that nighttime is not merely an ending of the day, but a beginning of spiritual renewal and divine connection. As Psalm 63:6 reminds us, "On my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night." The night is designed for reflection, for meditation, for remembering the goodness and faithfulness of God. Each hour of darkness becomes a chance to commune with Him, to lay before Him the events, worries, and joys of the day, and to invite His peace to saturate your soul. Consider this moment as an appointment, intentionally set by God for you. No matter how busy the day has been, the evening invites you to slow down, to step out of the rush and into stillness. It is a time when the world fades, leaving only the soft, protective embrace of God's presence. Imagine the room around you bathed in a gentle, spiritual light, a symbol of God's attention and love focused solely on you. This is your sacred appointment, a nightly gift, a deliberate pause to reconnect with your Creator. Reflect on the importance of making your nightly prayer intentional. Just as we schedule meetings, appointments, and responsibilities, the night can be intentionally dedicated to spiritual nourishment. Set aside distractions, silence notifications, and allow your heart to focus entirely on Him. Picture the day's burdens being set down at His feet, while your soul sits attentively at His side, ready to listen, to receive, and to rest. This sacred appointment is not about performing perfectly or saying every word right. It is about presence, your presence with God and His presence with you. It is the intimate, personal connection that transforms ordinary nights into extraordinary encounters with His love. Imagine your heart as a room being prepared for a guest. God is not merely visiting. He is entering fully, bringing His peace, His joy, and His restorative presence into every corner. Even as you breathe deeply and close your eyes, reflect on the blessings of the day. Gratitude is a doorway into the sacred. Think of 3 things you are grateful for tonight. Perhaps it is the support of a friend, a moment of beauty you noticed, or a quiet reassurance in your spirit. Let these moments rise in your heart and become offerings of thanks to God. Gratitude creates awareness, transforming your nightly prayers from routine words into a sacred dialogue with the divine. Nighttime also invites a pause for introspection. This is your opportunity to ask, how has God moved in my day? Where did I sense His guidance, even in small ways? What lessons have I learned that I can carry into tomorrow? The night encourages reflection without judgment, simply noticing the presence of God at work in your life. Imagine your thoughts as soft ripples across a calm lake, each reflection leading you closer to His understanding and peace. Let us remember, too, that the sacredness of the night is a shield. In the quiet hours, when worries and anxieties often creep in, God's presence becomes your refuge. You are not alone in the darkness. He watches over you, ready to restore strength, courage, and peace. As Psalm 4-8 assures us, "In peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety." Each night is a spiritual sanctuary where your heart, mind, and body can find rest. Imagine this sacred appointment as a rhythm, a pattern of meeting God nightly, an unbroken chain of moments where His love saturates your life. Each night reinforces trust, deepens faith, and strengthens your spiritual connection. Even when sleep finally overtakes you, the sacredness of this time continues within you. Your subconscious mind absorbs the peace, and your spirit rests in His care, ready to awaken, renewed, and encouraged. Tonight, let your prayer be simple yet profound. Invite God into every corner of your heart, every worry that lingers, every hope you hold. Speak honestly, silently, or aloud, as if He is sitting right beside you. You do not need elaborate words. What matters is the heart behind them. As you speak, imagine His light filling the room, illuminating the spaces within you that need healing, comfort, or reassurance. This sacred appointment is also a time for surrender. Surrender not only your worries, but also the need to control, to fix, or to predict. Release all attempts to manage outcomes and instead place your trust in His infinite wisdom. Visualize your life laid gently into His hands, knowing that He holds it securely. In this sacred space, faith replaces fear, calm replaces chaos, and rest replaces restlessness. As you continue to breathe and sit in the quiet, imagine that every night is a repeated promise, a divine rhythm orchestrated by God. No matter the circumstances, no matter the struggles, the night arrives faithfully, inviting you to enter His presence. With each passing moment, His peace flows into your heart, softening stress, dissolving tension, and refreshing your spirit. Peace that surpasses understanding. Feel the divine peace wash over you, surpassing every fear and filling every empty space in your heart. As the night deepens around you, take a slow, intentional breath. Let the rhythm of your breathing remind you of God's gentle presence, moving like a river through every corner of your heart. Tonight, we enter into a peace that is far greater than anything the world can offer, a peace that transcends understanding, yet touches you profoundly. Philippians 4-7 reassures us, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Imagine these words wrapping around your mind, softening the tension, quieting the restless thoughts that have followed you throughout the day. God's peace is not a fleeting comfort or temporary relief. It is an abiding presence that steadies the heart and shields the spirit, even when circumstances are uncertain. Picture the racing thoughts of your day as waves on a turbulent sea. Each worry, each anxiety, each unanswered question threatens to pull your mind into unrest. Now, visualize God's peace as a gentle tide flowing over those waves, smoothing them, calming them, and bringing a quiet clarity that the world cannot provide. This is a peace that does not require explanation, that does not depend on circumstances, but simply exists because God is faithful and near. As you breathe in deeply, let this divine calm enter your mind. With each exhale, Release the burdens you have carried, knowing that they are held securely in God's hands. The peace of Christ is not earned by effort or achieved through trying to control outcomes. It is received simply by allowing God to take over the spaces in your heart where fear or worry once lived. Consider the spaces within you that feel heavy or restless. Perhaps there is anxiety about tomorrow, tension from unresolved conflict, or sorrow from disappointments. Bring these thoughts gently into your awareness and imagine them being surrounded by God's light, wrapped in His loving care. This is the practical way to apply Philippians 4-7, not only in understanding the words, but in allowing them to actively guard your heart and mind. Peace that surpasses understanding often works quietly, like a soft wind filling the sails of a boat that seems stuck in still waters. You may not feel the changes immediately, and that is perfectly fine. What matters is the trust that God is at work, reshaping your inner world, guiding your heart into rest, and guarding your thoughts with His unfailing love. Imagine a sense of warmth spreading from your chest outward, filling your entire body, calming every muscle, every thought, every lingering doubt. One way to cultivate this peace is through visualization. See yourself standing in a room where the light is soft and golden. This light represents God's peace, gentle but powerful. As it expands, it fills every corner of the room. Every thought, every fear, every concern is touched and made whole. Let your imagination stay with this scene for a moment, breathing deeply and feeling the fullness of God's presence. Notice how peace begins to transform the way you think. Racing thoughts slow down. Worries about what cannot yet be solved begin to fade into the background. Even the unknown does not feel frightening because you are anchored in God's love. This is the core of peace that surpasses understanding. It does not remove challenges, but it changes how you live through them. Your mind and heart are no longer tossed by every wave of worry. Instead, they are steadied by the calming presence of Christ. Prayer is another powerful way to access this peace. Speak gently, either silently or aloud, as you invite God to guard your heart. Lord, I surrender my restless thoughts to you tonight. Fill my mind with your peace, calm my fears, and guard my heart with your love. Help me to rest fully, trusting that you hold all things in your hands. Pause after this prayer. Let the words resonate deeply within, allowing God's presence to move through you, settling your spirit. The practical applications of this divine peace extend beyond the night. As you begin to notice it working in the quiet of prayer, carry this awareness into tomorrow. When challenges arise, remind yourself of the guarding power of God's peace. Return to this visualization whenever anxiety begins to stir, breathing deeply, imagining His light, feeling the calm spread through your entire being. Over time, this nightly practice strengthens a lifelong habit of resting in God's care, regardless of external circumstances. Sensory engagement also deepens the experience. Hear the soft whispers of your breath. Feel the gentle rhythm of your heartbeat, each thump a reminder that God is life-giving, present, and faithful. Sense the lightness in your shoulders as tension dissolves. Imagine His peace as a gentle wave, washing from the crown of your head down to your toes, leaving tranquility in its path. Allow yourself to linger in this sensation, fully immersing in the warmth of divine calm. Tonight, let every worry you have held on to be met with this transcendent peace. Even the doubts you may have about tomorrow or the things you cannot control are welcomed here, into God's protective embrace. Remember that this peace is not dependent on logic, nor on understanding how every situation will unfold. It is a spiritual reality that exists because God's love is constant, unchanging, and always available. As your heart begins to settle, recognize the sacred rhythm of the night itself. This is the perfect time to practice letting go and trusting God. No matter how loud the world seems outside, inside you are enveloped in divine stillness. You are safe. You are known. You are held. The peace that surpasses understanding is more than a concept. It is a tangible presence, flowing into your thoughts, your emotions, and even into the spaces you cannot see. Healing wounds and restoring spirit. Bring every hurt, every past regret, and watch God's healing touch restore your spirit tonight. As you settle into the quiet of the night, allow yourself to take a deep, calming breath. Let the stillness of the evening wash over you and bring to mind the burdens and pains you have carried, hurts from today, wounds from the past, regrets that linger in your heart. Tonight, in this sacred space, we invite God to bring His healing touch to every corner of your spirit. Psalm 147:3 assures us, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Imagine these words as gentle hands reaching into the depths of your heart. Every scar, every ache, every moment of sorrow is tenderly gathered and held in the care of a loving God who knows you intimately and desires your restoration. Take a moment now to acknowledge the areas in your life that need healing. Perhaps it is a disappointment that refuses to fade, a relationship that has left scars, or personal regrets that weigh heavily. Bring these thoughts gently into your awareness without judgment. Naming your pain is the first step toward release. You do not have to carry these burdens alone. God stands ready to bind your wounds and bring renewal. Visualize His healing light as a soft, golden glow descending upon you. This light begins at the top of your head, warm and comforting, and slowly moves downward, touching every part of your body, your heart, and your mind. Wherever there has been hurt, the light lingers, bathing it in divine warmth, soothing the raw edges and knitting together the broken pieces. With each breath, feel a sense of peace filling the spaces that were once heavy or tense. Forgiveness is a key part of this restoration, not only forgiving others who have hurt you, but also forgiving yourself for mistakes and regrets. God invites you to release these burdens tonight. Imagine placing each offense, each regret, each painful memory into His hands. Feel the weight lift, replaced by a gentle serenity that only He can provide. This is not about forgetting. It is about allowing God's grace to transform your wounds into places of strength and resilience. Healing is also a spiritual process. Let your mind quiet and open your heart to God's presence. Say softly, either aloud or in your mind, Lord, I bring my hurts to you. Heal the broken parts of my heart. Restore my spirit, and help me to find peace in your loving embrace. Pause here and breathe, imagining God's healing presence moving deeper into your soul, touching areas that words cannot describe. As the light continues to flow through you, notice how your body begins to relax. Your shoulders drop, your jaw softens, your hands unclench. This physical relaxation mirrors the spiritual release happening within. God's healing is holistic. Body, mind, and spirit are all embraced in His restorative care. Consider the power of reflection tonight. Before you sleep, take a few moments to think about moments of grace during the day, times when God's presence comforted or guided you. Reflect on the lessons learned through challenges, knowing that every experience has shaped you and that God's healing is making all things new. Even the regrets and wounds are part of His transformative plan. Use gentle repetition to deepen the experience. With each breath, silently say, He heals, He restores, He binds my wounds. Let this mantra echo in your mind, creating a rhythm that synchronizes with your heartbeat, calming every anxious thought. The repetition is not empty. It invites your spirit to align with God's restorative work, reinforcing that you are being held and renewed. Visualization can also enhance your sense of restoration. Picture your spirit as a garden that has faced harsh seasons, storms, drought, and cold nights. Now imagine God's light as warm sunlight pouring over this garden. Tiny shoots of new growth begin to appear where there was once barrenness. Flowers bloom, water nourishes the soil, and the air fills with a gentle fragrance of life and renewal. You are this garden, and tonight, God tends to every broken part with tender care. Healing also flows into your dreams and sleep. As you prepare for rest, know that God's restorative touch will continue even while you sleep. Imagine each cell of your body, each thought, each memory being gently embraced and healed. Sleep becomes a sanctuary where your spirit can rejuvenate, where old pains soften, and where new strength takes root. This is the divine gift of night. God works quietly, invisibly, yet powerfully, restoring the depths of your being. Consider how this healing transforms your view of tomorrow. With wounds bound and spirit renewed, you carry less weight into the coming day. Your heart feels lighter, your mind clearer, and your spirit resilient. Challenges may still arise, but you face them from a place of restoration, knowing that God has repaired and strengthened your inner self. Invite God's ongoing presence by whispering gratitude. Thank you, Lord, for healing my heart, for restoring my spirit, and for walking with me through every pain and sorrow. May your peace continue to fill me tonight and guide me tomorrow. Let these words linger in your mind, allowing God's grace to embed deeply into your consciousness. As the night continues, trust that the work begun in this prayer extends beyond this moment. Healing is a journey, and tonight marks a sacred step forward. The gentle light, the warmth, the release, all are part of God's loving process. You are safe, you are held, and your spirit is being restored in ways seen and unseen. Embracing gratitude. Take a moment to thank God for every blessing, every answered prayer, and every unseen provision. As the night deepens around you, let your heart pause for a quiet moment of reflection. Tonight, we will turn our focus toward gratitude, a gentle practice that opens the soul to God's presence, brings clarity to the mind, and invites peace to settle into every corner of your being. Imagine your day as a tapestry of moments, each one woven with God's care. Some are bright and joyful, others subtle and unseen, but all are part of His intricate design for your life. Begin by taking a slow, deep breath. Inhale the calm of the evening and exhale any lingering tension or worry. Allow yourself to feel the rhythm of your own heartbeat as a reminder that life itself is a gift. As you settle into this awareness, think of 3 blessings from today, perhaps a kind word from a friend, a moment of clarity, or even the simple gift of your breath. Picture each blessing like a small, glowing light in your chest. With every inhale, let these lights shine brighter, illuminating the warmth and love God pours into your life. The Bible reminds us in 1 Thessalonians 5:18, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Let these words echo softly in your mind, grounding you in the truth that gratitude is not just a habit but a divine invitation. Even in moments of struggle or uncertainty, there is always something to acknowledge and cherish. Gratitude opens the heart to trust, allowing us to see God's hand guiding, providing, and loving us every step of the way. Consider the unseen blessings, the quiet ways God watches over you, the subtle shifts in your life that have made a difference without fanfare. Perhaps it was a timely word of encouragement, a door that opened when you least expected it, or the strength to endure challenges you once thought too heavy. Even these moments, often unnoticed, are threads of God's faithfulness. Take a pause now, and in your mind, whisper a thank you for each unseen provision. Let your heart expand with the awareness of God's constant care. As you continue to breathe slowly, reflect on the answered prayers of your life. Some may have been dramatic and unmistakable, while others were quiet and gentle, unfolding over time. Imagine them as rivers flowing into a reservoir of grace, each one nourishing your soul and reminding you that God is always listening. Even prayers that have not yet been answered are part of His perfect timing, shaping you, teaching patience, and deepening trust. Offer thanks for those as well, trusting that God's wisdom is far greater than our own. Gratitude is not only a reflection on the past, but also a lens through which we view the present. Let this evening be a sacred pause where you notice the good, the beautiful, and the miraculous in your daily life. From the comfort of your home to the love of family and friends, from the lessons learned through challenges to the laughter that lightens your spirit. Bring all these moments to mind and allow your heart to swell with appreciation. Each act of thanksgiving opens the door for God's peace to enter even more fully into your life. Use affirmations gently, speaking them to yourself or silently in prayer. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for your provision, your guidance, and your love. Thank you for every lesson and every blessing, seen and unseen. Pause after each line, letting the words sink deeply into your heart. Feel the weight of gratitude softening every anxious thought, replacing worry with trust and serenity. Visualization can enhance this practice. Picture a golden light surrounding your heart, each flicker representing a blessing or a moment of grace. See it expanding outward, filling your entire body, your room, and even extending beyond to the world around you. With each pulse of this light, let gratitude flow through every part of you, mind, body, and spirit. Let it settle as a protective, comforting presence, reminding you that you are deeply cared for and infinitely loved. End-of-day gratitude has a profound effect on your ability to rest. By focusing on what is good, you prepare your mind and heart for peaceful sleep. Tension softens, worries fade, and the soul rests in God's loving embrace. Remember, gratitude is not just a practice, it is a doorway to God's peace. Each night you spend reflecting on blessings builds resilience, nurtures trust, and strengthens your connection with Him. Consider incorporating this simple reflection into your bedtime routine. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and mentally recount at least 5 things you are grateful for today. They may be large or small. What matters is the intentional focus on God's goodness. Let this become a sacred habit, a nightly appointment with your soul and the Creator, where appreciation meets worship and peace is the natural outcome. Now, take another deep breath and let the sense of gratitude fill every part of you. Feel how it softens your thoughts, quiets your heart, and prepares your spirit for rest. This is the gift of embracing gratitude, a practice that transforms ordinary nights into holy moments of reflection, trust, and divine presence. Connecting with the prayer community, you are never alone in this journey. Together we share hope, peace, and the power of prayer. As we continue into the quiet of the night, let your heart open to a beautiful truth. Even in solitude, you are never truly alone. God is with you, yes, but so is a wider family of believers who share in faith, hope, and the transformative power of prayer. Tonight, we will explore the blessing of connecting with this prayer community, a sacred space where hearts unite in love, care, and spiritual encouragement. Take a slow, calming breath and feel the rhythm of life around you. In this moment, allow yourself to sense the invisible bonds of fellowship linking you with brothers and sisters in Christ all around the world. Imagine their prayers rising alongside yours, forming a network of hope that spans distance, circumstance, and even language. Each voice adds strength to another, and each shared intention amplifies the presence of God's peace. The Bible reminds us in Matthew 18:20, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Let this promise resonate deeply within you tonight. Every prayer offered, even a silent, unspoken one, is significant. Every act of love, support, or encouragement strengthens the bond of this spiritual community. In this awareness, you can release the sense of isolation, knowing that your burdens, joys, and intentions are shared and upheld in prayerful fellowship. Picture yourself sitting in a circle with this invisible community. Perhaps you sense someone lifting a prayer for peace, another for healing, someone for guidance, and yet another for protection. Your own prayers weave into this tapestry, adding a unique and invaluable thread. Visualize your heart expanding to receive and give this mutual support, like ripples spreading gently across a still lake. Now, reflect on the moments in your life when support from others has mattered most. Maybe it was a kind word, a listening ear, a shared testimony, or simply the knowledge that someone cared and prayed. God works through His people to bring comfort, encouragement, and healing. In the quiet of your evening, acknowledge this gift. Feel gratitude for those who pray, those who give encouragement, and for the privilege of being able to pray for others yourself. To deepen this connection, consider engaging with your community in meaningful ways. You may leave a prayer request, share a testimony of God's work in your life, or simply send a note of encouragement to someone in need. Each action spreads God's blessing further than you can see, creating a ripple effect that reaches souls beyond your immediate circle. Your willingness to share, even in small ways, is a tangible expression of Christ's love and presence in the world. Let your heart also recognize the value of listening. Sometimes, connection is found in silently holding someone's prayer in your heart. You may never know their story fully, yet your silent support carries the weight of God's love to them. Each act of attentive listening and empathetic prayer strengthens both the giver and the receiver, reinforcing the unity of the body of Christ. Take a moment now to silently offer a prayer for someone in need, perhaps a friend, family member, neighbor, or even a stranger whose name you do not know. Speak it softly in your heart. Lord, I lift this person to you tonight. Bless them with peace, guidance, and comfort. Surround them with your light and love. Feel how your compassion, carried by prayer, expands your own heart while blessing another. This is also a moment to recognize the joy of shared victories and blessings. When someone in the community reports an answered prayer or a moment of divine intervention, celebrate it in your heart. Rejoice together. Let the power of gratitude multiply, knowing that each expression of thanks strengthens faith and hope. As you participate in this circle of prayer, your own faith is nurtured and your sense of belonging deepens. As you feel the presence of this collective prayer, consider taking a small, gentle action. If you feel led, leave a comment or share your own prayer intention. You may be surprised how a simple act of participation touches another person in ways you cannot yet see. Every message, every note of encouragement, every shared testimony spreads God's blessing to more hearts, creating a chain of spiritual care that extends beyond this very night. Remember, connection does not demand perfection. Your words, prayers, or gestures need not be grand. The sincerity of your heart is enough. God honors every effort to reach out in love. Even a whispered prayer, a moment of silent solidarity, or a simple acknowledgement of someone else's journey carries weight in the kingdom of God. In this sacred circle, every intention matters. Take another slow breath, feeling the warmth of community embrace you. Imagine a golden light extending from your heart to touch each soul praying alongside you tonight. Sense the comfort, reassurance, and peace that comes from knowing you are part of a larger body of believers, all seeking God's guidance, protection, and blessings together. Call to action. If you feel moved tonight, leave a prayer request in the comments or share this video with someone who may need comfort. Subscribing and engaging ensures that these prayers reach even more hearts, multiplying the love and hope that God pours into our lives. Know that each act of sharing contributes to a greater circle of blessing, allowing God's presence to extend to souls far beyond what you can see. Let this connection with the prayer community remind you that your faith is never isolated. Even in the quiet of your bedroom, even in moments of doubt or struggle, there is always someone lifting their heart alongside yours. Together, you experience the beauty of God's presence in a collective, unseen embrace. If you want God to bless you, connect with God, and want to pray with us daily, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and write blessing amen in the comment section below to show your trust. He will bless us. Trusting God through life's storms. Even when storms rage in life, trust that God's mighty hand is holding you safely. As you settle into the quiet of the night, allow your mind to reflect on the day's challenges, the moments that brought tension, uncertainty, or fear. Life often feels like an unpredictable sea, with waves crashing against the shores of our hearts, threatening to overwhelm our peace. Yet tonight, you are invited to place your trust in the one who calms every storm, the one whose hand is mighty to protect, guide, and restore. Take a deep breath and imagine the storms of life as a turbulent ocean surrounding your soul. The wind of worry may howl, The waves of anxiety may rise high, but in the center of this storm stands God as your steadfast anchor. No matter how violent the turmoil, He remains unwavering. Psalm 46:1-2 reminds us, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. Let these words settle deep in your spirit tonight. They are a promise of divine presence, an assurance that you are never alone, even in life's fiercest storms. Imagine lying in your bed, the stillness of night contrasting the chaos that life sometimes brings. As you breathe slowly, picture God surrounding you with a protective light, a divine shield that keeps every worry at bay. Feel the sense of safety that comes from knowing He is actively watching over you, holding your heart steady while the waves crash beyond your control. Let this visualization bring a tangible sense of calm to your mind and body. Consider the storms you may be facing, emotional struggles, relational tensions, financial worries, or uncertainties about the future. Each one, though powerful, is within God's control. He is the eternal captain guiding the vessel of your life through unpredictable waters. Reflect on His faithfulness in the past, moments when seemingly impossible situations were resolved, when burdens were lifted, and when hope was restored. Let these memories strengthen your trust that He is present tonight as well. Life storms are not signs of God's absence, but opportunities to deepen your reliance on Him. Just as a sailor trusts the lighthouse during a tempest, you can trust God's guidance and protection. Visualize His hand gently placed upon your heart, calming every anxiety and replacing fear with unwavering peace. Even when the night feels dark and uncertainty looms, His presence is a steady light, illuminating the path forward. Now, as you lie quietly, begin to surrender each worry individually. Name them in your mind, and as you do, imagine handing them over to God. Speak softly in your heart. Lord, I place this storm before you. I trust that you are in control and that you will carry me safely through. With each surrender, feel the tension release from your chest, shoulders, and mind. Allow your body to relax into the comfort of His embrace, trusting fully in His protection. Sometimes, God's sheltering may not mean the storm disappears immediately. The waves may still crash, and the wind may still howl. But in the midst of this, He provides a refuge within your spirit. This is the peace that surpasses understanding, a sanctuary that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Reflect on Philippians 4:7. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Let these words echo in your mind as a steady reassurance that, no matter the storm, your heart can rest securely in Him. Visualize a safe harbor at the center of the storm, a place where God's love surrounds you completely. Every wave of fear is met with His gentle presence. Every gust of anxiety is calmed by His comforting hand. Allow yourself to experience this safe space fully, knowing that even in the midst of life's uncertainties, you are protected. Let your imagination be filled with this imagery of divine care, like a lighthouse casting light across stormy waters, guiding you to calm and rest. Consider also the lessons hidden within the storms. Challenges can refine patience, deepen faith, and expand resilience. Reflect on James 1:2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Even as you release anxiety tonight, remember that God's work is ongoing in your life. The storms serve a greater purpose, shaping you into a vessel capable of greater strength, wisdom, and grace. As you continue to breathe slowly and evenly, allow the imagery of God's hand holding you to permeate every corner of your being. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath, sensing the tension dissolve, replaced by tranquility and trust. Imagine that every wave of worry is gently absorbed into His light, leaving your heart and mind lighter, freer, and filled with hope. Take a moment to pray silently. Lord, thank you for being my refuge and strength. I trust you with every storm in my life. Calm my heart tonight, renew my faith, and fill me with your peace that surpasses all understanding. Speak these words slowly, allowing each one to resonate with the deepest parts of your soul. Know that your prayer is heard and that God's hand is actively guiding you towards safety, peace, and renewal. Finally, as you prepare to rest tonight, embrace the imagery of God's protective presence as a constant companion. Life may continue to present challenges, but in every storm, His hand remains steadfast. Carry this assurance into your sleep, trusting that your spirit is anchored in divine love, your heart shielded from fear, and your mind cradled in calm. Filling the room with God's presence, invite God to fill every corner of your home, your mind, and your heart with light and love tonight. As you lie quietly, let your awareness expand beyond your body and into the space around you. The room you occupy, the bed you rest upon, the walls surrounding you. Invite God's presence into every inch. Tonight, this is not just your personal quiet time. It is a sacred encounter where heaven can touch earth and the Spirit can fill the room with light, love, and peace. Take a slow, deep breath. Inhale God's presence, and as you exhale, release every shadow of fear, every trace of worry that lingers in the corners of your mind. Visualize a soft, warm light beginning to glow. At first gentle, then expanding, filling your room with a calming radiance. This is God's light, a tangible presence that brings both comfort and assurance. Psalm 139, 7-10 reminds us, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me." Let this truth sink deeply into your heart. There is no place, no matter how small, dark, or lonely, where God cannot reach. Picture the light beginning at the center of the room, gradually extending outward to touch the walls, the ceiling, every corner. Sense the warmth and safety it brings. Imagine that with every beam of light, God is speaking peace into your home, blessing it with His presence. The energy of His Spirit flows into the air you breathe, calming every anxiety, quieting every restless thought. You are in a sanctuary of divine love tonight, a space set apart from the worries and noise of the world. Now, extend this visualization to yourself. See the light of God's presence touching your mind, melting away confusion or restless thoughts. Allow the glow to envelop your heart, soothing every hurt, every lingering worry, every unmet expectation. This light does not merely illuminate, it transforms. It reminds you that you are never alone, that His love is always near, and that His presence can bring rest even to the most troubled soul. Think about the things that may have weighed on you during the day. Perhaps it was worry about tomorrow, frustration with unmet goals, or uncertainty about relationships. Imagine each of these concerns as shadows in the room, slowly dissolving in God's light. One by one, they vanish, replaced by serenity, clarity, and an abiding sense of peace. Let yourself feel the relief and comfort that comes from knowing the Spirit is here, active and protective. This is also a time to acknowledge the spiritual atmosphere of your home. Your space is sacred, meant to host prayer, rest, and the nurturing of your soul. As you envision God's light filling each room, your bedroom, living space, kitchen, and even quiet corners, you are inviting blessing into every aspect of your daily life. The Bible reminds us that His presence goes wherever we go. We are never beyond the reach of His Spirit. When God fills your home, every room becomes a place of spiritual refuge, a sanctuary where His love can rest and renew you. Bring your attention now to the sensations in your body. Feel your chest expand with each inhalation, your shoulders soften with each exhale. Picture the light of God's presence moving like a gentle breeze through the room, caressing your arms, your face, your hands. Sense the weight of tension being lifted from your body, the knots of anxiety unwinding as His Spirit permeates the space. Your entire being becomes a vessel of His peace and love. Consider the life application of this meditation. Every room filled with God's light is also a space where your mind can rest, where your heart can be nurtured, and where your soul can be replenished. When you wake tomorrow, carry this awareness into your daily routines. Even in busy moments, remember that God's presence is always accessible, always near. Your home, once simply a shelter, can become a constant reminder of His unwavering love and care. Take a moment to pray silently. Lord, fill this room, my mind, and my heart with your presence. Let your Spirit guide me, protect me, and bless me tonight. May your light bring peace to every shadow, hope to every worry, and rest to my soul. Speak these words gently, letting the imagery of God's filling light sink into your heart. Your prayer is not just words, it is an invitation, a conscious act of opening your space and your soul to divine presence. As the meditation deepens, expand this visualization even further. Picture the light extending beyond your walls, reaching into the streets, the neighborhood, even the world around you. Imagine that every home, every heart, every soul can also be touched by God's radiant presence tonight. Feel the connection you share with others through His Spirit, knowing that blessing and protection are not limited, but abundant and far-reaching. Finally, allow the rhythm of your breath to synchronize with this sense of divine filling. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Inhale love, exhale fear. Inhale hope, exhale doubt. Continue this gentle rhythm, letting the visualization of God's light saturating your room, your heart, and your mind guide you into deeper rest. Each breath is a quiet prayer, a sacred affirmation of trust in His presence and His care. Releasing fear and anxiety, let go of every fear, every anxious thought, and trust in the Lord's unwavering care. Tonight, as you lie in the gentle quiet of your room, let us take a moment to release the weight of fear and anxiety that may have accompanied you through the day. These feelings, though natural, are not meant to rest on your shoulders alone. God, in His infinite love and wisdom, invites you to surrender every worry into His hands, trusting that He will watch over your mind, your body, and your spirit. Take a deep breath in, hold it for just a moment, and as you exhale, imagine releasing every tension, every anxious thought, as if it were a small leaf carried away by a flowing stream. Let this breath be your prayer, your surrender, your quiet act of trust. Feel your body soften as you recognize that the one who holds the universe is also holding you, personally, tenderly, tonight. Fear can creep in quietly, the fear of tomorrow, the uncertainty of relationships, health, finances, or unfulfilled dreams. Anxiety often arrives as racing thoughts, mental spirals that seem endless in the dark of night. Yet, God calls you out of that turmoil. He says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God." Isaiah 41:10. Let these words resonate deeply in your heart. They are not just promises, they are reality, anchors for your soul amidst the turbulence of daily life. Visualize these fears as small, heavy stones in your hands. Now, one by one, place them at the feet of Jesus. Feel the relief as His gentle presence takes each one from you. He does not merely ask you to drop them, He carries them for you. Each stone lifted brings peace that your own strength could never produce. This is the essence of prayerful surrender. Acknowledging that while you may not control every circumstance, God does, and He is faithful to care for you. Let us focus on the mind first. Many of the fears you feel tonight reside in thought patterns, worries about the future, regrets from the past, or self-doubt that whispers softly but persistently. Picture each anxious thought as a cloud floating in the sky of your mind. Now see God's light streaming through those clouds, gently dispersing them, revealing a clear, calm sky. Your mind becomes a sanctuary of clarity and rest. With each exhale, release lingering tension, letting God's peace wash over you. Turn now to your heart. Fear often settles in the heart as a quiet unease, a fluttering in the chest, a restless energy that refuses to be quiet. Place your hand gently over your heart. Imagine the warmth of God's presence radiating there, a steady, unwavering flame of love that cannot be extinguished. Feel His care enveloping your heart like a soft blanket. The psalmist reminds us that God's love is a shield. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Psalm 27:1. Allow these words to settle into your heart, replacing unease with trust, fear with assurance. Your body, too, can carry the weight of anxiety. Notice if your shoulders are tight, if your jaw is clenched, if your hands feel restless. Each physical tension is a signal from God, inviting you to release control and allow Him to take it from you. Slowly move your shoulders, unclench your jaw, and let your hands rest loosely at your sides. Imagine God's protective arms surrounding you, steady and unwavering, holding you through the night. Your body is His sanctuary. Your rest tonight is sacred and protected. As we deepen this prayer, reflect on life application. Releasing fear is not a one-time act. It is a practice. Each night, before sleep, you can lay down worries, doubts, and anxious thoughts at the Lord's feet. You can whisper a quiet prayer. Lord, I give you all that I cannot control. I trust your care, your timing, and your wisdom. Watch over me tonight and guard my heart and mind in your peace. Repetition of this act strengthens your spiritual muscles, helping you to respond to life's challenges with faith rather than fear. Imagine the fears and anxieties that once felt so heavy now dissolving in God's presence. Visualize your mind as a still lake, reflecting the gentle light of the moon, calm, serene, undisturbed. Feel your heart as a peaceful garden, nourished by God's love, free from the thorns of worry. Your body is a temple of rest, held safely in divine care. This imagery is not just poetic, it is spiritual truth made tangible through prayer and meditation. As you continue to breathe slowly and deliberately, notice the change in your inner landscape. Where there was tension, there is now calm. Where there was doubt, there is now trust. Where there was fear, there is now assurance. Each inhalation fills you with the quiet, protective presence of God. Each exhalation releases what does not belong in your spirit. This rhythmic exchange becomes a meditation, a nightly ritual of surrender and peace. Remember, the act of releasing fear is also a declaration of faith. By letting go, you are saying to God, I believe you are enough. I trust your love. I surrender all that I cannot carry alone. This is the essence of spiritual rest. Knowing that what is too heavy for you to bear is light for the one who is mighty and loving. The mind like a still mirror. Only in stillness can your mind reflect God's truth and receive His wisdom tonight. As the night deepens and the world around you settles into quiet, invite your mind to become still. Imagine your thoughts, once swirling like restless waters, now softening, slowing, and settling into calmness. In this sacred stillness, your mind can act like a mirror, reflecting the truth, light, and wisdom of God. Think of a pond on a windless evening. When the water is disturbed, its surface ripples and blurs all reflections. But when the wind ceases, the pond becomes smooth and serene, perfectly reflecting the sky above. Your mind, too, needs this gentle calm to reflect divine truth clearly. Each worry, each lingering thought is a ripple in your inner waters. Tonight, as you breathe slowly and deliberately, let those ripples fade. Let your mind become a still mirror, ready to receive God's wisdom. God calls us to seek wisdom, not through frantic striving, but through peaceful reflection. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to him. James 1-5. Feel the grace of this promise settle over you. Tonight, in the quiet of your room, you can ask God for clarity, guidance and insight. He does not require loud words or elaborate rituals. He simply asks for your openness, your calm heart, and your willingness to listen. Begin by noticing the gentle rhythm of your breathing. With every inhalation, invite God's presence to enter your mind, filling every corner with light and understanding. With every exhalation, release mental chatter, doubts, and the lingering tensions of the day. Imagine them dissolving into the air, leaving your mind clear and receptive. This is not just relaxation, it is spiritual preparation, a conscious act of creating inner space for God's wisdom to appear. As you settle into this stillness, consider the thoughts that have preoccupied you. Perhaps you have been wrestling with decisions, replaying conversations, or fearing outcomes yet unseen. Acknowledge each thought without judgment. See them as clouds drifting across the sky of your mind. Now, gently let them pass. Your role is not to control every thought, but to allow God to illuminate what is true and eternal. As the psalmist reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." Psalm 46-10. In this stillness, you are not alone. You are in God's presence, fully seen, fully understood, and fully cared for. Your mind as a still mirror does more than reflect God's truth. It also receives His guidance. Visualize light entering this mirror, illuminating corners previously clouded by fear or confusion. See this light expanding, filling every crevice of your mental space, clarifying decisions, soothing doubts, and offering gentle nudges toward what aligns with God's will. This light is patient. It does not rush you. It waits quietly, and when your mind is still, it shines the brightest. This practice of stillness also strengthens your spiritual receptivity. Many of God's messages are subtle, arriving not in grand visions but in quiet nudges of intuition, gentle insights, or the soft whisper of the Holy Spirit. When your mind is crowded, these messages can be missed. Tonight, as you lie in bed, let each breath bring greater calm, each thought gently released, until your mind becomes a reflective surface, ready to receive divine direction. Consider a practical exercise to deepen this stillness. Take a moment to focus on a single word or phrase, such as peace, trust, or light. Repeat it softly in your mind with each breath. As you do, imagine your mind as a mirror slowly clearing of fog. Each repetition brings clarity. Each exhale releases mental clutter. This simple act of meditation creates space for God's wisdom to emerge naturally, guiding your thoughts toward understanding and discernment. Now, turn your attention to the life around you. The night, quiet and gentle, mirrors the stillness within. Imagine that every sound, the whisper of wind, the rustle of leaves, the distant hum of life, does not disturb you but harmonizes with your inner calm. Your mind, like the mirror, reflects not chaos but clarity, not fear but insight. Even as the world sleeps, your heart is awake to the gentle guidance of God. Think of decisions or challenges that may have felt heavy during the day. Let your mind, now still, bring these before God. Imagine laying them upon the reflective surface of this inner mirror. See them bathed in light, clarified, and understood in new ways. You may not receive all answers tonight, but the act of presenting them in stillness opens a channel for God's wisdom to work in your life. Trust that in His perfect timing, clarity will come. Finally, recognize the gift of stillness itself. In our fast-paced world, quiet moments are rare and precious. Yet tonight, you have created this sacred space, this reflective pause, where God can speak softly to your soul. Embrace it. Let gratitude fill your heart for the gift of inner calm, for the breath that carries you, and for the presence of God watching over you. This sacred practice of reflection, meditation, and quiet surrender strengthens not only your mind but your spirit, creating a foundation of peace that will carry you through tomorrow. Anchoring in faith, anchor your heart in faith, trusting that God's promises never fail, no matter what tomorrow brings. As the quiet of night surrounds you, let your spirit find a solid resting place in faith. Imagine your heart as a ship on a gentle sea. While waves of worry, uncertainty, or doubt may brush against your vessel, it remains steadfast, anchored deeply in God's unchanging promises. Tonight, allow your heart to settle into this secure mooring, knowing that the one who anchors you is faithful and true. Faith is not a fleeting feeling, but a choice, a conscious decision to trust God even when the path ahead is unseen. Hebrews 10:23 reminds us, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful." Feel the weight of these words tonight. They are not just text on a page, they are a lifeline, a reassurance that the God who watched over your day will continue to guide you through the night and into tomorrow. Begin by taking a deep, intentional breath. Inhale slowly, envisioning God's steadfast presence entering your heart, filling every anxious thought with light and calm. Exhale, letting go of any tension or doubt that lingers from the day. This rhythm of surrender and reception mirrors the flow of faith. We release our fears, and God fills us with His promises, steadfast and sure. Tonight, reflect on the ways God has been faithful in your life. Perhaps it was a solution that arrived just when you needed it, a comforting word from a friend, or an unexpected provision that reminded you He never forgets His children. Bring these memories into your heart, letting them anchor you even deeper. Faith is often strengthened by remembering God's past faithfulness. In the calm of night, you can allow these recollections to reinforce your trust in His continued care. Consider the challenges or uncertainties you carry into tomorrow. They may feel heavy, like stones in your pocket. Place them gently before God, offering them as tokens of surrender. See yourself handing them over to His hands, confident that He will hold them safely. Even if the answers do not come tonight, know that your faith has positioned you in a place of spiritual security. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3-5. Let these words settle over your mind like a comforting blanket. Faith also requires patience. Sometimes the calm does not come immediately, and the storm seems louder than the anchor is strong. But remember, your anchor is not temporary, it is eternal. Imagine it sinking deep into the bedrock of God's promises, unshakable and immovable. The surface waves may rise, but the core of your faith remains undisturbed. In the silence of the night, repeat quietly to yourself, God is faithful, God is true, God will never abandon me. Allow these affirmations to resonate with each heartbeat, solidifying your spiritual grounding. Visualize your faith as a light within your chest, glowing steadily, unaffected by the darkness outside. This light represents your trust in God, illuminating every corner of fear and uncertainty. Let it expand, reaching into your thoughts, your emotions, and even your dreams. As it grows, it pushes back the shadows, filling your night with a sense of divine security. No matter what tomorrow holds, you are anchored in a love that never fails. You may notice intrusive thoughts or lingering anxiety trying to disturb this peace. When they arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return your focus to the anchor of faith. Like a sailor who steadies the wheel in rough waters, keep your attention on God's promises, repeating verses or prayers that remind you of His steadfastness. Faith is strengthened not by the absence of worry, but by the conscious act of returning to trust, moment after moment. Let tonight also be a time to affirm your hope for the future. As you drift toward rest, mentally declare your trust in God's guidance, provision, and protection. Whisper to yourself, I am held, I am watched over, I am secure in God's hands. Feel the weight of these words not just in your mind, but in your heart and spirit. This is the spiritual security that anchors you through life's uncertainties. Even in sleep, your faith continues to work quietly, cultivating peace, resilience, and trust. As your body relaxes and your mind slows, imagine your heart tethered firmly to God's promises. Each breath draws you closer to a deeper, unshakable peace. Each exhale releases lingering fear or doubt. Through this rhythm, your faith becomes a living presence, sustaining you through the night and preparing you for the day to come. Tonight, Let us also remember the communal power of faith. Though you may be physically alone in your room, you are part of a great family of believers, each anchored in God's promises, each finding strength in His faithfulness. Imagine this invisible connection wrapping around you like a comforting embrace, reinforcing the security of God's love and the certainty of His guidance. For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them. Matthew 18:20. You are never truly alone in your faith journey. As you rest, consider setting an intention to hold on to this anchoring of faith each night. Before sleep, breathe in trust and breathe out worry. Before dreams take over, remind yourself of God's unchanging nature and His faithfulness in your life. This nightly practice will cultivate spiritual resilience, making it easier to face tomorrow with calm confidence. Powerful presence of Jesus tonight. Right now, Jesus enters your heart and room, calming every fear and filling you with eternal peace. As you lie in the quiet of this night, take a slow, deep breath and imagine the gentle knocking of Jesus at the door of your heart. He is not distant or abstract. He is here, right now, ready to fill every corner of your life with His calming presence. Every worry, every tension, every shadow of doubt or fear, He comes to meet it all. Feel His closeness, like a warm, comforting light that surrounds you completely, embracing your mind, heart, and spirit. There is a unique power in the presence of Christ. John 14:27 reminds us, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." Allow these words to settle in your heart tonight. Let them echo through your thoughts, softening every anxious feeling. This is not just a promise for tomorrow, but for this very moment. His peace can fill your room, your mind, and every fiber of your being. Imagine a gentle light entering through the window of your room, glowing softly and touching every item, every corner, every inch of space. This light is not ordinary. It is Jesus Himself, bringing His calm, His strength, and His unwavering love. Feel it wrapping around your shoulders like a comforting shawl, moving into your chest, easing the tightness of worry, loosening the knots of tension. With each breath, His presence grows warmer, brighter, more tangible. Now, picture every obstacle in your life, every burden, fear, and lingering doubt, as small stones scattered around your room. One by one, imagine Jesus walking to each of them, lifting them gently and transforming them into light. What once felt heavy now becomes weightless in His hands. This visualization reminds your spirit that no problem is too great for Christ, and that His presence has the power to shift darkness into peace, confusion into clarity, and anxiety into trust. Take a moment to speak to Him quietly, in your mind or out loud. You might say, "Jesus, I invite you fully into my heart tonight. Calm my fears, fill me with your peace, and help me rest completely in your care." Notice how your body responds. The shoulders relax, the muscles loosen, and your heart begins to beat with a steady rhythm. This is the tangible effect of surrendering to His presence, allowing His peace to replace tension and His love to replace worry. Let's deepen this connection by focusing on the areas of your life where you feel the heaviest burdens. Perhaps it is concern for loved ones, pressure from work, or lingering regrets from the past. Whatever it is, picture these worries as shadows. Now see Jesus stepping into the shadow, shining His light fully into it. Watch it dissolve under His brilliance, leaving nothing but calm, warm, reassuring light. Each shadow lifted is a freedom granted, a reminder that He is able and willing to carry what you cannot. The emotional and spiritual power of Christ's presence is transformative. It does not merely soothe, it restores, renews, and strengthens. Feel His love filling gaps in your spirit, touching the places where fear or sorrow have lingered. His presence is not passive. It is alive, active, moving through you, touching every thought, every heartbeat. Imagine His hand resting over your chest, over your mind, over every corner of your life, anchoring you in peace that transcends human understanding. Let tonight be a time of full surrender. As you breathe in, draw Jesus closer. As you breathe out, release everything that burdens your spirit. Repeat silently to yourself, I am held, I am loved, I am safe in Christ. Feel these affirmations resonate with every fiber of your being. There is no need to strive or force calm. His presence naturally fills the spaces where unrest once lived. Reflect on John 14:27 again, letting it sink deeper. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Let the repetition of this verse act like a gentle lullaby, wrapping your heart in comfort and assurance. Tonight, His peace is not a distant hope. It is present, immediate, and available to you. As you imagine His light and presence filling your room, also allow it to reach into your future. See Him guiding your steps tomorrow, illuminating your decisions, and easing any anxieties that try to creep in. His presence is not limited to this night. It continues with you into every tomorrow. Let this knowledge deepen your sense of trust, knowing that He is with you not only tonight but always. Now, feel His embrace extending beyond your room, beyond yourself, to those you care about. Imagine His calming presence resting on your family, friends, and even those you pray for quietly tonight. In this visualization, the light expands, connecting hearts, spreading peace, and affirming that God's love is limitless, reaching all corners of life. You are part of this divine network of peace and protection. As you continue to rest in His presence, notice the subtle transformations in your body, mind, and spirit. Each worry melts into trust. Each restless thought fades into stillness. Every tension softens as the warmth of Christ's love spreads. Your heart is no longer heavy. It is buoyed by His eternal support. You are no longer facing the night alone. He is with you, calming every fear and filling your soul with reassurance. Life application. Tonight, practice imagining the divine presence in specific areas of your life. Challenges at work, relationships, your own health, or dreams for the future. See Jesus actively entering those spaces, transforming heaviness into light, confusion into clarity, and fear into peace. This exercise strengthens your faith and deepens your nightly experience of His comforting power, restoring hope and renewing spirit. Allow God to breathe hope into every corner of your soul, renewing strength and courage tonight. As the night deepens and the world outside grows quiet, take a moment to breathe slowly and deeply. Let your body sink gently into the comfort of your bed. Tonight is a sacred space where God desires to renew not only your rest but your spirit, your hope, and your courage. Imagine your soul as a vessel, perhaps weathered by the day's trials, tired from the burdens you carry. Tonight, God breathes life, hope, and renewal into that vessel, filling every empty corner with His sustaining love. Consider Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Let these words echo in your mind as a gentle reminder that God's power is made perfect in our weakness, and His promise to restore strength is true for you tonight. Picture yourself lifted on wings of hope, feeling light, unburdened, and free from the weight of yesterday. As you breathe, allow your heart to release every lingering worry, every disappointment, and every moment of discouragement from the day. Visualize these heavy thoughts as clouds drifting away, leaving your inner sky clear, calm, and filled with light. In this clearing, God's presence moves freely, restoring your spirit and filling you with quiet confidence. Each breath you take becomes a reminder of His strength, renewing you. Every exhale a release of tension and despair. God's restoration works on all levels, mind, body, and soul. Spiritually, He reminds you that setbacks do not define you. Emotionally, He infuses courage where fear or doubt may have lingered. Physically, the peace and calm that come with trust in His care allow your body to finally release stress. Take a moment to feel the sensation of hope rising within you, warming your heart, and settling like a gentle light into every part of your being. Now, imagine the days ahead as a blank canvas. With God's restoration, each stroke you paint is guided by His wisdom and love. You are not starting anew alone. His hope and strength accompany every step, lighting the path even in moments of uncertainty. Let yourself embrace this imagery fully. See your challenges transformed into opportunities, your worries softened by trust, your heart steady with courage. Reflect on moments in your life when God has lifted you before, when He has turned despair into joy, exhaustion into vitality, or confusion into clarity. Recall His faithfulness and let it reassure you that tonight's restoration is not just a wish, it is a tangible reality. Every night you spend in prayer, surrender, and quiet trust strengthens this connection, reinforcing God's power to renew and restore. In this sacred stillness, offer a simple prayer. Lord, renew my strength tonight, restore hope in my heart, and prepare me for tomorrow with courage and peace. Let your Spirit breathe life into every corner of my soul. Allow yourself to linger in this prayer, repeating it softly if your mind begins to wander. Each repetition strengthens your awareness of God's active presence and deepens your sense of spiritual renewal. Life can often leave us feeling depleted, and it is in these quiet, nightly moments that God's restorative work is most evident. He whispers peace to the weary, infuses hope where it seems absent, and replaces fatigue with renewed energy for both heart and mind. Imagine the strength of a mighty river flowing into you tonight, calming, energizing, and carrying away the remnants of doubt or despair. Let this restoration extend beyond your inner self. Visualize your interactions tomorrow being filled with the calm and hope you are receiving tonight. Imagine walking into your day with renewed purpose, meeting challenges with courage, and radiating the peace that comes from knowing God has fully restored you. This imagery allows the work of the Spirit tonight to influence every moment of your tomorrow, making nightly prayer not just a pause, but a powerful preparation for life. Take a moment now to reflect on one area of life that needs hope restored. Perhaps it is a strained relationship, a challenging task, or a personal dream you have set aside. See God's light touching that space, filling it with reassurance, clarity, and a sense of possibility. Feel the courage that rises as He breathes hope into that corner of your heart. This is His promise. He does not leave gaps of despair. He fills them with strength, wisdom, and peace. As you lie quietly, notice the subtle shifts in your spirit. The heaviness of worry diminishes. The anxious thoughts slow and soften. Your heart feels steadier, ready to embrace the night with trust, hope, and renewed energy. Let the rhythm of your breathing mirror this renewal. Inhale hope, exhale fatigue. Inhale courage, exhale fear. Let every inhalation and exhalation carry the invisible strength God places within you. Life application. Each night, take a few moments to actively invite God to restore your spirit and renew your hope. You may imagine Him breathing into the spaces of exhaustion, filling every corner with energy, courage, and divine guidance. Allow this practice to become a habitual source of nightly refreshment, preparing you to approach tomorrow, fully supported by His love and strength. Angels surrounding and protecting you. Feel the watchful presence of angels around you, guarding every step, every breath, every dream. As night deepens and the world settles into quiet, take a moment to rest in the calmness of your surroundings. Feel the softness of your bed, the gentle rhythm of your breathing, and the peace that comes when you consciously invite God's presence into this sacred space. Tonight, as you prepare to lay down fully, imagine the invisible army of angels surrounding you, guarding, comforting, and protecting every part of your being. Psalm 91:11 reminds us, "For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways." Let this verse sink deeply into your heart. Every breath you take is under their watchful care. Every moment of rest is protected by God's faithful messengers. You do not walk alone. Divine guardians are stationed around you, prepared to shelter you from harm and to uphold you through the night. Close your eyes and visualize the scene, a soft, radiant light surrounding your bed, emanating warmth and safety. Picture angels with wings of shimmering light forming a protective circle around you. You may sense them standing near the corners of your room, softly watching over your every movement, listening to your prayers, and whispering reassurance from heaven. This is God's promise fulfilled in the quiet presence of His faithful angels. Each angel is attentive, guarding not only your body, but also your mind and spirit. If anxious thoughts or fears attempt to rise, picture the angels gently calming your mind, ushering those worries away, and replacing them with a sense of divine peace. Every burden carried throughout the day, every worry about tomorrow, is carefully lifted and held safely by these heavenly beings, so that you may rest fully. Feel their presence, not just around you physically, but within your spiritual heart. Allow yourself to sense a gentle energy, warm and comforting, flowing through your soul. This energy is God's reassurance, communicated through His angels. Imagine it touching every tense muscle, every anxious thought, every lingering doubt, dissolving it in light and divine care. You are completely enveloped, fully protected, and deeply loved. Life often carries uncertainties, fears, and moments of unease. But tonight, you can lay all of that aside, trusting that God has stationed His angels for your protection. You are safe in your home, safe in your heart, safe in your spirit. Let the rhythm of your breathing synchronize with this awareness. Inhale peace, exhale fear. Inhale trust, exhale tension. With each breath, allow yourself to sink deeper into this sense of divine security. Imagine your entire home bathed in the gentle presence of angels, extending beyond your bed to every room and every doorway. See them standing as silent guardians, shielding your household from harm, both visible and invisible. Their watchfulness is unwavering, their purpose sacred, to protect you so that your sleep is undisturbed, your mind untroubled, and your spirit fully rested. As you rest in this visualization, allow your heart to whisper gratitude for this heavenly protection. Say softly, "Thank you, Lord, for surrounding me with your angels. Thank you for their watchful care, their guidance, and their protection tonight." Feel the warmth of divine acknowledgement as you surrender fully to this night, knowing that nothing can penetrate the peace God provides through His angels. You may also envision the angels gently guiding your dreams. Every dream is a sacred space, and just as they guard your waking moments, they also stand watch as you journey through your subconscious. You are free to rest, to dream, to release, knowing that every thought and every vision is cradled in divine safety. Life application. Before sleep, take several minutes to visualize God's angels standing at every corner of your home and heart. Feel their presence enveloping you completely. This exercise not only brings immediate peace, but also strengthens your faith in God's protective power, reminding you that you are never alone, even in the stillness of night. Remember, you can invite angelic protection daily, whether during challenging moments, before a journey, or simply as part of your nightly prayer routine. The practice reinforces your sense of spiritual security and aligns your heart with God's unwavering care. Tonight, as you settle deeper into rest, allow the image of angels surrounding you to remain in your mind's eye. Let it guide your breathing, soften your thoughts, and steady your heart. Know that even if worries arise, even if fears attempt to stir, the presence of God's angels is a steadfast shield, ready to calm, protect, and bless. Sharing the blessing, extend this peace and hope to others by sharing, commenting, and joining our prayerful community. As you sit quietly in the comfort of this evening, feeling the peace that God has poured into your heart, take a moment to reflect on the gift you have received tonight. Every moment of calm, every breath of reassurance, every whisper of God's love is a blessing not just for you, but for the people around you. Galatians 6:2 encourages us, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." Tonight, as you rest, consider how you might share the comfort, hope, and divine peace you have received. You are part of a larger family of believers, a community that spans across homes, cities, and even countries. When you share your prayers, testimonies, or even a kind word with someone, you invite God's blessing into their life as well. Imagine your simple action, a comment, a shared prayer request, or forwarding this video, spreading light into hearts that may be struggling, hearts in need of God's reassurance. The ripple effect of your faith is far-reaching, touching lives you may never even see. Take a deep breath and imagine God's love flowing from your heart to others. Visualize it moving like a gentle river, reaching friends, family, neighbors, and even strangers. Every shared prayer or encouraging word becomes a vessel of God's grace. You are not only receiving God's peace, you are now empowered to extend it. The power of collective prayer is remarkable. There is strength in numbers, and there is comfort in shared faith. Think about the burdens someone else might be carrying tonight. Perhaps they are fearful, anxious, lonely, or exhausted. Your simple act of sharing this prayer or writing a comment of hope could be the very spark of light that brightens their evening. Remember, each message of faith, each prayer request submitted, is a small but mighty contribution to God's kingdom. You are a conduit of His love, a channel for His blessings to flow. Galatians 6:2 calls us to carry each other's burdens. When you engage with this community, when you comment, pray, or share, you are not only lifting someone else's burdens, but also fulfilling Christ's commandment to love one another. Imagine the sense of unity as hearts join together in prayer, each one lifting worries, dreams, and hopes to the Lord. The collective energy of faith is powerful, amplifying the peace you are already experiencing. Take a few moments to reflect on how you can participate tonight. Perhaps you can write a comment expressing gratitude, leave a prayer request for guidance or healing, or share this video with someone who may need encouragement. Each of these actions is more than just interaction. It is an act of love, a tangible way to extend God's blessings. Remember, no act is too small in the hands of the Lord. Your willingness to participate can transform someone's night, bringing God's peace to a heart in need. Even as you listen, know that God honors your intent. He sees your heart, your desire to serve, and your willingness to spread His love. Each time you engage, you are strengthening your own faith while simultaneously uplifting others. In these quiet moments before sleep, consider the joy that comes from participating in God's work, even in the simplest ways. Your actions, no matter how small, ripple outward in ways you cannot always measure, planting seeds of peace and hope in souls across the world. Imagine a network of hearts, all connected in prayer and support. Each comment, each shared testimony, each prayer request is a thread in this tapestry of faith. Visualize the light of God flowing through each thread, intertwining the lives of those seeking His presence. Feel the warmth of belonging, the deep satisfaction of knowing that your faith is not isolated but part of a living, breathing community. This is the essence of spiritual togetherness, a shared journey in God's love. Tonight, as you rest, I invite you to make a small, intentional action. Share this prayer, leave a comment, or offer a testimony. Even a single word of encouragement can inspire hope in someone who needs it most. The Lord multiplies every act of love and faith, so trust that your contribution has a meaningful impact. The community of believers thrives because of hearts like yours, hearts willing to participate in God's blessing, hearts ready to extend comfort and encouragement. Take a slow, deep breath and imagine the ripple effect of your engagement. Picture the prayer you share today comforting someone tonight, perhaps bringing calm to a worried mind, healing to a hurting heart, or reassurance to a lonely spirit. The power of shared prayer is profound. Your willingness to be part of this network of faith magnifies God's work in the world. As you conclude this part of the prayer journey tonight, carry with you the sense of unity, of connection, and of shared faith. Let the warmth of God's love inspire you to continue engaging, not only with this community, but with the people around you in your life. Your participation extends beyond this moment. It becomes a channel for divine blessing, for healing, for hope. Call to action. If you feel led, leave a comment sharing your prayer request or testimony. Subscribe to join this growing community of believers, and share this video with someone who may need the Lord's peace tonight. Every engagement multiplies God's blessing, bringing comfort and encouragement to hearts near and far. If you want God to bless you, connect with God, and want to pray with us daily, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and write blessing, amen, in the comment section below to show your trust. He will bless us, resting in God's eternal peace. Now, close your eyes fully and rest in God's everlasting peace. He is here, and He will never leave you. As the night surrounds you and the world grows quiet, allow yourself to sink fully into the comfort of God's presence. This is your sacred time, a gentle pause where heaven meets your heart. Every breath you take can become a whisper of surrender, a letting go of the day's burdens, fears, and lingering worries. Isaiah 26:3 reminds us, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." Let these words settle into your soul as you prepare to rest. Feel the weight of the day releasing from your shoulders. Every anxious thought, every unresolved concern is now tenderly placed into the hands of the Lord. Imagine His presence surrounding you like a soft, protective light, enveloping your body, your mind, and your spirit. Psalm 121:3-4 offers reassurance. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. Take comfort in this watchful love. You are never alone, even in the stillest moments of the night. As you breathe slowly, visualize God's light flowing gently through your room, touching every corner, filling every shadow with warmth and peace. Let your thoughts drift to the knowledge that His love is constant, unwavering, and deeply personal. Every worry, every fear finds rest under His tender care. Allow yourself to feel the stillness of this divine embrace, the quiet assurance that you are fully known, fully loved, and fully protected. Now, release any remaining tension in your body. Relax your shoulders, soften your jaw, let your hands rest gently. With each exhale, imagine God's peace washing over you like a gentle river, smoothing the rough edges of your mind and heart. Trust that as you surrender, the Lord is renewing your spirit, preparing you for a restorative sleep and a fresh start with the coming day. Consider your mind, your thoughts, and your heart as a vessel. God is filling it now with calm, serenity, and divine assurance. Every fear diminishes in the light of His presence. Every restless thought finds solace in His care. You can rest because God's faithfulness is steadfast. His protection never ceases. Let His words echo softly within you. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. Tonight, you are invited to fully surrender, not just the obvious worries, but also the subtle anxieties and silent concerns that may linger in your subconscious. Trust that the Lord sees all, cares deeply, and is actively holding every piece of your life in His hands. Imagine your body, mind, and spirit gently melting into this divine care. Feel the tension dissolve, your heart grow lighter, and your thoughts become still. As you settle, allow yourself to reflect on the blessings of today, however small or simple they may be. Gratitude amplifies peace, and when you rest with a grateful heart, you create space for God's presence to move more fully. Remember, there is no need to rush or accomplish anything in this moment. Simply being with the Lord is enough. Psalm 46:10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." Let stillness be your companion as you drift into rest. Visualize angels softly surrounding your space, their gentle presence guarding your sleep. Psalm 91:11 tells us, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Rest assured, you are protected from harm, sheltered in divine care. Allow your mind to release every fear, trusting in this heavenly oversight. Sleep becomes not only a physical rest, but a spiritual renewal, a sacred appointment with God's love. Repeat quietly to yourself, I am safe, I am loved, I am at peace. Let these words sink into every corner of your being. With each repetition, feel the tension soften, the heart calm, and the spirit uplifted. The Lord's presence is constant, gentle, and faithful. There is nothing more you need to do tonight except rest. If your thoughts drift to tomorrow or yesterday, gently bring them back to this moment, back to the breath, back to the quiet reassurance of God's care. Your plans are in His hands. Your worries are not yours to carry alone. Trust in His timing, His protection, and His perfect love. Isaiah 26:3 again offers comfort. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Let your mind become steadfast in this trust tonight. As you prepare to drift into sleep, imagine a warm, gentle light filling your room, spreading through your body from head to toe, calming every nerve, softening every muscle, quieting every thought. This is the presence of God with you, silent, powerful, healing. His love surrounds you. His watchfulness protects you. His peace sustains you. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. Before we conclude tonight's prayer, take one last deep breath and surrender fully. Lay down not just your body, but your mind and spirit. Invite the Lord to guide your dreams, to restore your soul, and to prepare you for tomorrow's blessings. Sleep is not merely rest, it is restoration, a holy time where God refreshes your heart and mind. Tonight, and every night, you can return to this prayer, to this space of calm and divine intimacy. Consistency in this nightly reflection builds peace, nurtures trust, and strengthens your spirit. Make this your sacred ritual, a nightly moment to surrender, to receive, and to rest fully in God's everlasting love. Closing affirmation. Lord, I rest in your presence. I surrender my body, mind, and spirit to your care. Watch over me through the night. Fill my dreams with your light, and restore my soul for the day to come. Thank you for your unfailing love and perfect peace. Amen. Now, allow your eyes to close completely. Feel the rhythm of calm breathing, the gentle release of tension, and the quiet assurance of God's eternal presence. Sleep peacefully, knowing that His light and love surround you tonight and always.